Well, without further ado, whether you're ready or not, I don't know if I'm ready, but let's just take it away. Glover by YP. YP, take it away.
So this game's Glover. The category I'm running is all main levels. Basically, it's all main levels because any percent in this game is just a boss rush, because you do a bunch of stupid clips and it's no good. So I'll be playing through every level and beating the game as you're supposed to. I'm going to be playing on easy because the only difference between normal and easy is the controls are inverted in normal when you're on your ball, and it makes the game really slow and it's stupid. Why did I start? I started. 1 second. Go back. Good start. So yeah. Can I just start whenever? Like with a proper countdown? Yeah, I know. It's to practice. Okay. So yeah, ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go. So, Glover. So to start off, I'll explain the movement a little bit. So on the ball, you're going to see me going up and down constantly. That's a trick called L cancelling. Basically, I'm mashing L, and it changes your stance. It's really cool. You'll see it here in a second. So, get on the ball, mash L. The camera freaks out a bunch. Couldn't really see it there, but Glover wasn't in focus. So every time I come into the fountain, I'm going to be returning to castle via pausing, not like that. The idea behind the game is we want to return 7 balls to the fountain. We get the first ball for free, and the rest we have to do a world for. So when I'm not on my ball, which is at the start of every world except world 6, I'll be jumping, because the game's like Quake. It's faster to jump, you know, bunny hopping. Just like Quake. So here's the first level of the first world. It's Atlantis. I have my camera really close to me. It's really important because I'm going to be doing a cutscene skip at the very end of the level. And your camera, the closer the camera is to you, the faster you get the cutscene skip. So basically how the cutscene skip works is if you press C up when a cutscene's about to play, like when I hit that switch normally a cutscene plays showing the door opening. If you hit C up, the camera overrides it. Very speedy. Here I'm going to do a trick I'm really bad at, so I'm probably going to miss it. I did. I'll do the little strat. You can do a boost up that slope and skip this bounce. It takes like a second over this strat. That's also not intended. You're not supposed to be able to bounce around like that. Normally you have to hit a switch and an elevator appears. There's another cutscene skip. That's also kind of a tiny skip because you see that button there is supposed to drain the water, but the developers kind of forgot that the bowling ball sinks in water, and you can hit the switch with the bowling ball. So this trick has a really tough, or this trick's really tough, and the name is Bounce Around, and I'll let you guys try and figure out what trick I'm referring to, since it's kind of difficult. It's a little riddle. There we go. So normally you have to make that water wheel spin by hitting a button, and it's kind of cool. Like the level layout's actually really interesting because there's a bunch of potions, and it's a puzzle, I guess. I don't know. It's been forever since I've done it casually, but you're supposed to get a potion, go around in like a fast river, hit a button, and the water wheel spins, but we'll just go into the whale.
Do we have time for a very quick donation, but very important question?
Yes.
Okay, so we have a $5 donation from Wonder J. It says, "Hey Yoshi, I have a question for you. Would Pink Floyd speedrun Glover?"
Yes, Pink Floyd would speedrun Glover.
Thank you for answering the question, and thank you for the donation.
Bless Wonder J. Great guy. So here's the first boss. It's a whale. On top of that whale is a crab. On top of that crab's a fish. Really good boss design. Big fan. There's nothing too interesting to note about the first phase of this boss, except it's luck-based, depending on what he'll do. He can jump, spit water, or just walk around. I missed a quick kill on the crab. If you use the bowling ball and slap him at a certain angle, you can kill the crab instantly. And sometimes, if you're at the wrong angle, the ball will go flying up in the air, and sometimes the ball will clip into the ground. A reoccurring theme in this game is clipping. Like, obviously you can do it for speed and whatnot, but more often than not you'll clip at least once or twice in the run. So we're back to the hub. We're done the first world. So coming up next is Carnival. Has a really neat trick at the very start involving a chicken and a chicken. That's about it. So normally in this world you're supposed to do like a bunch of minigames. It's one of the most, don't even know how to explain it, but it's one of the most interesting worlds just for the concept and how each level is designed, but sadly we skip all the cool stuff by doing cooler stuff. So it's not all sad. So to start off level 1, you're supposed to do a bunch of mini games in this level, and you're supposed to do like pachinko slots and whack-a-mole, or whack-a-fly in this case. Those circle enemies are flies, by the way. Not important at all, but kind of cool to know, I guess. I'm gonna hit this checkpoint just in case I beat it. So this chicken over here, he's special, because unlike most chickens, he can fly. And can someone keep track of time for like 40 seconds?
Sure.
Okay. Because I need to know in 40 seconds when it passes so I can let go. This trick is all time-based. I need to fly up into the sky, and then I have to let go and go over to the trigger. So I'll explain the trick, how it works a bit more. If you hold your ball in midair and the trick jumps into you, he never starts descending for whatever reason. The only reason this is useful is this level is special because I mentioned you do a bunch of minigames in the level. And the way they did that is a rocket opens up once you do all the minigames.
Just about there. And 40.
Okay. I might have been... Okay. Yeah, I'll just let myself die. That's very not good, because this is like a minute time loss. It's like the only place you can actually make a giant mistake and lose a bunch of time. And I did it, the madman. And I'll get a timer out on my phone quickly.
It's okay. The world needs more Glover.
Yeah. You get to see more of the game. Can't complain. Oh. That's good. This works. I'll do 50. So yeah, even if the chicken starts descending, as long as he hits you when you're holding the ball, he'll start flying again. No idea how it works, like technically speaking, but you know, flying chickens. So I'll explain the trick I do after, I guess. There's a bunch of movement in this game. Bball Cancelling is the most prominent, most obvious. The trick I'm doing when I'm trying to get over to the end of the level is Bball Cancelling. So if I press B, it'll like bounce my ball. But if I hold B, it'll grab the ball like I'm doing right now. So if I chain those two, I can do a dribble animation and grab my ball right after, and that lets Glover cover more distance without losing height and whatnot, so kind of important for this trick. Okay. The song looped crazy. Oh, there's the trigger. You see, and there's a big radius, so we hit it, and that's Carnival 1. You know, only a minute and a half lost, probably. Not bad. I'll do the metal ball strat here at least once. So this level is supposed to be long, winding. It's like a bunch of teleporters, and you're supposed to figure out which teleporter leads you where. But did I get it? I got it. Okay. So you can just Bball cancel straight to the end from the beginning. The metal ball strat I did right there is extremely difficult because you can't buffer your grab input with the metal ball, at least not nearly as easy. And it has to be a lot more precise because the distance a bit more. Only works with metal ball because you Bball cancel slightly faster with a tinier ball. There I did a bounce over the fence using a similar... Actually, I guess I never explained it because I did the metal ball strat. So I did an A bounce. You're only going to see it here. It's not really important to know. But if you tap A, you launch your ball in the air. You get a lot of vertical height if you walk into it. And you need that extra vertical height to clear that fence. So here's the second boss. It's a clown. It's a cool guy. And that's the evil glove, I should probably mention. Cross Stitch is the evil glove who turns all... He destroys the world, basically. And he makes all these enemies giants to fight us. So here, I want to clip into this wall. Hit the button while it's still out of bounds. That skips an animation. So why not? And here, I'm going to get a piano drop on the clown, if I'm not bad. There we go. And that's Carnival. So instead of going straight to the fountain this time, I'm going to go near the fountain, slap my ball in. This is a trick called ball storage. If you slap your ball into a loading zone, it disappears because the game doesn't want you to get soft locked. You know, they had some good ideas at least. Some.
Very much emphasis on some.
Maybe only one. Maybe that's the only good idea. If I'm gonna be honest, but you know. But yeah, that lets me Bball cancel in the hub. It saves half a second to a second. I can only do it here and after Fear because those are the two worlds where there's two worlds open at a time. Oh, nice. So yeah, this Pirates. You want to land on the ball here because if you fall from too great a height, you die, like I just did. But if you hit the ball, it cancels that. So here's a trick found by Frankenstein. He's a legendary runner, old boy, from like 2012, who ran this game. So it's called Christ Fly. If you bounce underwater, if anything, and then you switch to rubber ball, you get an extreme amount of height. It's useful there. I'm gonna go for another trick found by Dark AC Chess. He's a pretty new boy runner. He's cool. He has a record actually right now for this category. He destroyed me. But I missed it. So basically, this geyser, you can get up onto that platform early. Normally the game has spikes under it, so it doesn't want you to, but you can swerve around it and land on top, and it saves like 10 seconds, but it's stupidly difficult. Because if you don't go fast enough, you hit the spike die, and if you go too early, you just don't get enough height. So that was a trick called ship bounce. You bounce on the ship. Very difficult to understand. And I was supposed to make a bridge appear, but you can Bball cancel across, so you know, who needs bridges?
You got a $5 donation from MHF Silver. Says, good luck on the run, my boy Yoshi. We're all watching and judging.
Bless you, Silver. He plays Splatoon competitively. He's not a good guy.
Wow.
Very bad.
Well, we appreciate the donation nonetheless.
So here's a trick called Voodoo Cycle. It was found by a runner named Chris Voodoo. That's why it's called Voodoo Cycle. Very difficult to understand, I know. Basically, you can bounce onto this platform. It's at the very end of the stage from the beginning. The store's not open because we didn't hit the button we're supposed to, but we can do a trick called barrier clip. I did this on the clown boss actually, but I didn't explain it there. Basically, if you have your bowling ball, you go up against a vertical wall, you line yourself up, then you press down Z, you clip into the wall. It's only useful in 2 spots sadly, but it's cool. Nice see up. So here's a trick called roof bounce. You bounce on one roof, you bounce on 2 roofs, you clear the roofs. You're supposed to make a bunch of stairs appear by going down, hitting a switch near a chest. This game has a bunch of that. It's just a bunch of abusing the terrain with the fact that you can go very quick. There we go. So here's the monkey boss. He's a monkey. And I'm not a big fan of monkeys, so I'm gonna change to marble and skip the boss completely. This boss is really annoying because those tiny monkeys he spawns, you can't hurt them, you can't make them disappear, and they grab your ball and break it. You're supposed to fight that big monkey in the green shirt. It's just chilling. You don't want to harm no monkey. So, the trick's called ship clip. It's not actually a ship, it's a chest back here. You can line up with this crack. There's like a little line in the model. You line up with it, just bounce, you clip in. And that boss has the target at the very bottom for whatever reason, so you don't need to worry about it flying in. It's a unique boss in that sense.
We did get a $50 donation from Bear Stomach. Says, yo, good luck on this, RNC and Celeste.
Thank you. Really appreciate it. I'll need the good luck with how this run's going. Can't complain too much. I got Poodle Cycle.
I mean, I don't know if any amount of luck can really help you with Glover.
True. This game's like playing the lottery. It's like trying to win the lottery 6 times in a row with each world. Really. So, I returned 2 balls there because, like I said, ball storage. In any percent, you store up to 4 balls, I believe, with the current route. Any percent, like I said, is really weird because you clip into the last world first, and you do a bunch of clips after. Not a very fun category to grind, because the first clip is all luck. But, you know. Here's Sphere. This whole world actually has random lightning. It's completely random. So the screen will just randomly flash, and at certain points it can just completely destroy me. Because being able to see is kind of important in this game. Even though you can't actually see half the time, but you know. Okay, I missed a trick there. You can make an earlier coffin cycle, because the coffins start moving if you ground pound them and do a bunch of Bball Cancelling right after. But it's whatever. It only loses a cycle or 2. Which isn't a whole lot of time. Probably should have hit that checkpoint. So here's the Beachball Potion. I don't know if I got a potion already, but yeah, it turns my ball into a beach ball. And you can actually gain height with the beach ball by doing Bball Cancels. So I can use it to get into this roof. And from that roof, I can go around this. There's no wall in the back. Even though there is a wall, if C-up will work.
Yes!
Yeah, there's a one-way wall there, so you can go around the back. Normally you can go on top of it too, but I lost too much height. Oh, nice. So here's another skip. By that dynamite, you're supposed to like open that door, go in, hit a switch to open another door, and instead you can do that, but without dying, preferably. I'll do it again. You also saw me clip slightly into the wall. It's another case of that wall not really existing. Okay, I saved it. Nice. Okay, I'll try it one more time, and if I miss, I'll do it as per usual, as intended, sadly. This trick's actually really not that hard. Got it a few times earlier, pretty consistently, but you know, whatever.
It's clever.
It's clever. It's not my fault, it's Clever's fault. It's always the game. That's a valid excuse for this game only. There we go. So yeah, you get over here. That's like the one trick that is worth clapping for. The only trick in the game. So you can clip into this wall by doing an R clip. If you're at max speed, hit the wall, or the frame before you hit the wall, actually, you press R. That changes your ball normally, but you can clip into the wall because it's a good game. That's the one spot I go for it, and I completely missed it because I didn't even get max speed. But you know, I tried. So here's a really tiny skip that I'm probably gonna miss. Oh, I didn't. Wow. You L cancel across that gap and you save like a second. It's insane. You can do a bigger skip there, but it's a lot less consistent, so I don't like it. Here you see the beach ball again for the last time. And this beach ball will actually bring us to the end of the level. We used to do a trick called Fear Fly, and it's really cool looking, but it's actually slower. So you know, going fast doesn't always look cool, sadly. That being said, this looks kind of neat if I do it well, but I don't know if I did it well. I didn't. I'm.
Aww.
Great. Okay. It's weird to overshoot that. I haven't overshot it in probably forever. I don't know if I've actually ever overshot it, but I probably did. Considering learning the movement for this level, or relearning it rather. Took a while. Okay. Take two. This one. Okay. Let's get over here. This level's basically intended. There's a bunch of spikes here, so I'm gonna try and take it a bit safer. You saw those spike platforms. Pop your ball, and you know, you only lose like a minute.
Oh, we had a $5 donation from Des, who says, "Hey, YP, just want to say good luck and dude, nice."
Dude, nice.
Yeah, a $20 donation from Nuria-chan says, "Down, Zed." Thank you very much for your donations. I'm pleasantly surprised at how many donations we're getting during Glover, I'm not gonna lie. But we appreciate them very much.
Everyone loves the glove.
Apparently.
So this boss is Frankenstein. Great boss, because we don't even fight him. So you're supposed to do a bunch of puzzling stuff. It's like a staircase puzzle. But if you ground pound the same one twice, or not the same one, it can't be anyone. That one twice, the game underflows, the platform goes up, and you can just slap the ball and beat the boss in like 20 seconds compared to 20 minutes it would take. I've never done this boss as intended because the puzzle's dumb. The puzzle isn't too bad, but the fact that Frankenstein can kill you with lightning really easily makes it 10 times harder. So that's fear.
I just don't understand how somebody with lightning can kill a glove, but I don't know. I don't question.
It's a metal glove, clearly. Okay, so yeah, ball storage. You can slap into that loading zone too. I can't L cancel over to prehistoric and slap into prehistoric because for whatever reason, the loading zone here just doesn't exist if the ball's on the map. Guess as a way to discourage this, but you can do it anyways, so whatever. So the first level here is a snowy level. The snow is kind of important because if you have enough snow on your ball, you're able to climb up slopes you're not supposed to be able to climb up. The issue is there's like nobody knows exactly how much snow you need to climb up. We just know having snow on the ball makes it so you can climb up. So this isn't a fast climb. You can get a much faster climb, but like I said, nobody really has a 100% surefire way to ensure you go speedy. Okay, you can just climb up that slope. Here's a dinosaur, because you know, prehistoric. Wow. Oh no, this dinosaur is destroying me. Yeah, you break the ice. It's on level. This level has a bunch of rocks that roll towards you. But because we go so fast with Bball Cancelling, they don't actually spawn until the camera starts to catch up. You don't have to worry about them spawning yet. But ideally, we'll make it to the top of the last part where the rocks are rolling before they even start spawning. So the rocks start spawning around the slope, but if I just mash, they won't start spawning until much later. So you see the rocks start spawning right when I was at the top. There's a cool trick where you can just go through a wall that doesn't exist, but I don't believe I hit the checkpoint. I might have, but I didn't want to go for it because it's really easy to miss and it's barely faster. Oh no. At least I saved my ball.
That's the most important part.
Exactly. I mean, this whole quest is just for a bunch of rubber balls, so you know. They clearly are more important than Glover. If he's willing to risk his life for him. So
gloves have lives.
Have glives.
Okay.
Okay. So I did a bunch of skips there. I don't even know what I skipped, to be honest, but I know you're supposed to do like a bunch of really weird stuff, and I do a depth abuse here because I mean, I guess it doesn't matter now because I died once at the beginning, but normally that cycle wouldn't be or this middle platform wouldn't be coming up, so you wouldn't be able to make the first cycle here if you don't die. I switched to marble because it's slightly faster here. So coming up's the coolest boss in video game history. He's a dinosaur with Nikes, a jetpack, and Ray-Bans.
Alright, that's like max cool right there.
Truly. It's Jump Jet Rex. So, this boss is like, you're supposed to fight him at the very top of the slope. You're gonna see the camera pans up, I'm at the top of the slope. But, if I'm not bad, I could just roll down this hill. I hope I didn't script the angle. I didn't. There's a chance the bowling ball can bounce off his shoes, not hit, and you die, because the dinosaur attacks you. But I played extremely well. By that I mean I got lucky, so we're good.
No, you played it well.
You're right. So yeah, that's prehistoric. We're gonna return the next 2 balls, and we're gonna be on the last world, which is space. Space is interesting because it's the only world in the game with different physics, because, you know, space, low gravity, crazy.
We have a $10 donation from Cranky. It says, here's to the Celeste God staying loyal to the greatest speed game of all time.
Bless you, Cranky. Come back to Glover already. We miss you. By we, I mean me, because I'm the only person who plays this game. Haha.
Damn.
Okay. Okay, so space. Space is, like I said, interesting because low gravity. Sadly, only 1 level really makes use of it. I guess 2, kind of, but the first level you could do without low gravity. So basically, for the first level, I'm going to be turning on a bunch of fans. Normally you're supposed to make a giant robot appear. He blows up a door for you. It's really cool, actually, but it's really slow also. So instead, I'm going to turn on the fans. And there's a giant mountain. The end of the level is inside that giant mountain. There's like a door, which is the one that the robot blows up, obviously. But this giant mountain doesn't have a backside. So, go on this fan. See, there's just no back. So, just kind of get to the end this way. Yeah! And that saves like 2 minutes over doing the level normally. This level we actually do basically intended. You're supposed to hit a bunch of other switches to help make the way to the end easier. But the idea is the same. You hit that first switch, it opens the door at the very end of the level. And you go fast and try and make it. This level's actually a speedrunning level. It's insane. but it's also really easy as a result. Here's the last actual level in the game. Has a bunch of really cool movement if I can do it well. So let's hope I can. So first you do that bounce over a giant gap. It skips a little tiny section with a bunch of robots. Here's the teleporter. You're supposed to turn that fan on down there with a switch, but you can just L cancel over. You're supposed to use the marble as like, because there's a magnet over there or something, and if you put the ball on the magnet, a bridge appears for whatever reason, but that's slow. Here is a trick found by Ryguy2499, the greatest speedrunner alive, where if you bounce off that slope near the UFO, you can go around the conveyor belts. It saves like 10 seconds. Maybe not 10, but like 5. So here's the final boss of the game. It has 2 phases. Here's the first phase. We gotta get inside this giant robot. So we turn to marble because, like I said, lets you L cancel slightly faster. It's actually enough of a difference to let you make that cycle earlier. That wasn't as fast as it could have been, but it still worked.
And real quickly, we have a $5 donation from Zachary Patsula. Says, "Glove is love."
Bless. Glove is truly love. So yeah, there's a really interesting story with this cutscene. So like 5 years ago, when I first was running the game, like first learned it, I got a cutscene skip here. And no one was able to replicate it. And if we were able to figure out how it happened, it would save like 40 seconds, half a minute, a bunch of time. And then recently, Ryguy2499 actually didn't figure it out. He got it again. He got it twice actually. And we still have no idea how it works. My best guess is it's a glitch and like, who knows?
Good answer.
Good answer. It's a glitch. That's all we know. Yeah, if someone can figure it out, I will give you $20 personally.
Whew. The bounty is high for this one, folks.
Surely. So you saw me alternating the arms for this boss. I failed miserably at it, but I do it because there's iframes on this boss are pretty large, which means you optimally you can go left, right, left, right, left, right. So each arm has to be shot 3 times. But you know. Also, that was the boss. You're in a giant mech and you beat up the evil glove. What a good ending. Time's coming up really soon, actually like 10 seconds, so. So this is our last trip to the fountain. Quite sad. It's been a fun journey, lads. I'm gonna cry. Okay, and time. Do this here. So yeah, that's Glover. It's a good game. You should play it. You should run it. There's a tutorial. I made a tutorial. You can find it on my Twitch page, on the Glover resources, on speedrun.com. Great website. Great tutorial. You know. Also, here's the ending. It's a really good cutscene.
May I just say that I actually enjoyed watching that speedrun of Glover, so thank you.
I'm glad. At least somebody did. Yeah. So we turn the evil glove into a good glove. Or the wizard does. Getting the balls freed the wizard or whatever. I don't remember the story that well, but it's a good story. Highly recommend watching all the cutscenes, all 2 of them.
You don't even remember it, so how can you highly recommend it?
Why not?
Okay.
Okay, but yeah, and there's 12-minute credits, so if you want to just sit here for 12 minutes, we can.
Probably not.
Okay. Yeah, that was Glover. Hope you enjoyed.
Alright, thank you very much, YP, for that amazing run of Glover. You'll be seeing YP fairly soon, actually, because he does have a run coming up fairly shortly. But before that, We're going to be doing Donkey Kong Country 2 next by I Got Bored, so that's going to be pretty awesome. So stick around. This is Calathon. Hope you guys are enjoying everything. We're going to play a quick Twitch ad, go on break as we get set up for this next run. So